It's always scary playing in London. You never know if anyone's actually going to come out. Been a long, long night, and ain't home from the bar. Fingers cracked and broken, again on devil-made guitar. Been drowning out the sorrows for so long, you seem to hear. Was it fate beat everyone that tried? Yeah. Wondering man, itching on the side when the one goes. Wondering man, out there alone and broken, this won't know. Wondering man, just keep on searching high in the air. I've been kicked out in the dark, picked up by the light. When no one stood beside you, but their shadow by your side. So get on down the road to find yourself Baton Rouge, where the poor man goes when he has place to hide. On the side, the one goes. Wondering man, they're alone and broken, this world know. Wondering man, just keep on searching high for the end of there. Wondering man, itching on the side when the one goes. Wondering man, out there alone, broken this world down. Wondering man, we'll just keep on searching hard for the end of that road. Thank you so much. Well, cheers and good evening. What a pleasure to be here it is. I thought back in 2020 we'd never be here. So thank you so much for coming out this evening. It really means a lot. And I'm going to, I've been told I've got till 10:30, so I'm going to try and talk less and play more.
Cool.
I'll let you know how it goes at the end, right? I'm not very good. You see, this is Americana. Americana really is the term of music that they didn't quite know what to call it. So anything that they don't really know what to call is now Americana, which involves a lot of talking in the middle. But I'm going to try and avoid that bit now. It's impossible for me. What a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for coming out this evening on what day is it, Wednesday? It feels strange. It feels strange to be back in the UK, honestly. I landed on Sunday. It was as well as most of you know, you live here. It's pretty depressing, isn't it? And then you land into Gatwick. That's one of the most depressing airports in the country. And then you're faced with the British tube system and train system, which is more depressing than anything else I've known for a long, long time. And then you finally get to Southampton and pick up a car, and then you drive on the British roads, which is, and it's all right. It's my parents' car, so it's their suspension. So So I have a new album out, but as I haven't played in the UK for like 5 years, all my albums are pretty new. So I'm going to play a song off the new album. I wrote this song. I saw a busker in Nashville. If anyone's been to Nashville, you know the main street, the Strip. It's Nash Vegas now. It's become, but there's the main Strip up Nashville, and there's a really nasty cold wind that blows in the months of January and February. And I saw this busker, and he was outside one of the places playing outside, and it got me thinking back to when I started playing guitar. I was 14 years old, and my godfather, he said to me, "Look, if you can sing and play guitar, you'll never go cold and hungry." And what he meant to say is you can never really go without drinking a free beer somewhere. You know, and the guitar's been really good. It's taken me all around the world, and I did have one night in Meyerhofen in Austria, and I refused to pay a hotel. It was I was being smart at the time, and then I realized that everything was sold out when it was minus 18 degrees, and I was in the van, and I was pretty cold that night, but I drank like 12 pints of Guinness, went to bed, wasn't really sure what was going to happen, but anyway, I saw this guy in the streets, and I wrote this song, and it's a song called Get Out of the Cold. Welcome in off the street, play a song. He said I'm searching high, place to go. It's searching low, place I know. I said all those skin here only warm your bones. It's a ghost down that leads your toes, and the beer is smoke across the lowland plains tonight. Rain, it keeps falling with a pale blue light. There's a chilly night a-coming before the light of morning breaks. The snow, it hasn't fallen since the middle of July. But I call your name and you say goodbye to me once more, and the radio plays and blast our song, but it won't last long, because the kick drums are ringing in my head, but there's a sound of silence behind my bed tonight. I'm this old six-string lying by my side, picks me up, but it won't keep me warm at night. So what to tell in the pouring rain, living my life out on the plains, sing a song I wrote on the way. Now this place looks warm and the beer looks cold, and the girls in here will warm my soul. Whiskey will drown my sorrows for tomorrow. But I called your name and you said goodbye to me once more, and the radio plays and it blasts our song, but it won't last long, because the kick drums are ringing in my head, but there's a sound of silence behind my bed tonight. I'm this old six-string lying by my side, picks me up, but it won't keep me warm at night. And all this talk, getting on, it's just bluffing my way to keep myself out of the cold. So I've as a lot of musicians, we have to have many jobs. Before I was really a musician, I decided I want to be a pasty maker. I went and got a job at Gingster's Pasties. You guys probably heard of Gingster's Pasties, right there. Well, actually, it was Tamar Foods, which is the worst one. It's Gingster's Pasty has some quality. I'm not sure quite how much, but it's got a little bit apparently. I think they don't use cat; they use something that's not cat or hamster. But whereas Tamar Foods is like the cheap co-op ones, you know, when you get all like the Tesco's blue and white striped pasties. So anyway, I went for this job, and it was a 12-hour shift, and you're stood on the production line, and you're putting little pastries into little plastic containers, and they'd go off down the line to somewhere else. And I realized after about 10 minutes that I didn't want this job, and I had 11 hours and 50 minutes left, and they wouldn't let me leave. So I basically spent 11 hours and 50 minutes trying to get myself fired so that I could get out of the door quicker than the 8 o'clock curfew I was allowed to. I learned more Russian that day than I did speak English. It was a very bizarre experience. And I want to write this. I wrote this song about these two Russians. She was very large. I think she'd been eating a lot of pasties, and her. I think she was like a dominatrix as well at the same time, and her gimp is the right word, but her lover, his job was to get very, very angry at me and get more and more angry as the day went on. And at one point I thought he was going to cut me up and put me in a pasty, and then you'd be no more. No one would ever know you existed. But anyway, I wrote this song about thinking about myself. If I was still there 30 years later, I would have probably not been on this planet 30 years if I'd worked there. But anyway, that's another. This is a song called Just Another Day. It's about wasting your life away for a big boss that really doesn't care that you're there except to make him money. How's the no talking bit going? It's going well, right? Isn't it? Well, Monday's been and gone. Sleep, TV on. Woke up, going sometime. In the middle of the night, 7 a.m. comes around. I'm ringing, it's the same old sound. Woke up still tired. Sleep dust from my eyes. It's just another day. Working on the line. It's the same old job, same old pay, nothing new for me. I say, well, it's just another day. Working on the line. It's the same old sight, same old time, nothing new for me to try. I started out at 17, left school with no degree. In the factory, just down the road where the whole town seemed to be. It's like a 9 to 5, no aspirations, don't need to drive. You get up early, you go home late, you spend it all on Friday, it's just another day. Working on the line. It's the same old job, same old pay, nothing new for me. Let's say, well, it's just another day. Working on the line. It's the same old sight, same old time, nothing new for me to try. Passed me by, still working on the factory line. Production's up, the pay's gone down, but all this time has passed me by. But the boss is doing fine, he doesn't seem to mind. He's just bought himself a brand new island off the coast of Mexico. It's just another day. Working on the line. It's the same old job, same old pay, nothing new for me. I say, well, it's just another day. Working on the line. It's the same old sight, same old time, nothing new for me to try. Monday's been and gone. Fell asleep, the TV on. Woke up cold sometime in the middle of the night. It was the best day of work I ever had, and I've got a song out of it at least, and realised I never want to do that again. So I've been recently playing with a band, but I realised they eat a little bit too much. I need to get skinnier guys, you see, in the band, and they eat a little bit less. But so I'm solo tonight, but I do plan on coming back with the band at some stage when I can get them eating less and sleeping in the car, which they don't want to do. I don't know why. But anyway, this song's on the new record, and what's the matter, bud? Where to go? What do we see? We're both choked up, and I'm turning my back to the wind, living my life, free to go where the breeze, wherever the wild wind takes me, go with her. Haven't got much left to say. Feel I'm running away. Haven't got much left to do. I don't feel I'm coming through. I ain't coming through. It wasn't enough. Somehow to give you your dreams while mine were bursting. Well, that seems I live my life on the road, long to be home. I don't see a bridge to cross this space between all my. Haven't got much left to say. I feel I'm running away. I haven't got much left to do. I don't feel I'm coming through. I ain't coming through. So this now gives me a chance to tell a little bit of a story. Whilst I see men can multitask.
Yep.
But you will notice that whilst I'm doing certain things with the strings, I'm probably not talking. So exactly. I want to. I was going to play a song. I'm going to. How do you guys want? Like, I know this is like the folky thing is to do it all very, very acoustic and very mellow. Do you guys want that, or do you want some more rock and roll stuff?
Rock and roll!
Okay, good. So I'm gonna play a song. I wrote this. I was talking to this farmer, and I think farmers are very, very important. There's a lot going on in the news at the minute about the farmers, and I think they're right, and I really, really stand by them. We need to produce way, way more than we do. I was talking to this farmer in America, and I was out in Denver, Colorado, and I have to be a little bit careful what I say about this because my sister's a police officer, and she's longing to arrest me for something. And her girlfriend, unfortunately, is part of a worse person. And she's So I was talking to this farmer in America, and he was I asked him what he did, thinking that he was sort of growing, I don't know, carrots or something, and he said he grew marijuana, and he had about 1,000 acres of it. I was like, if I'm going to become a farmer, this is the kind of farming I want to do, I think. So anyway, I figured what better reason than to write a song. And I'm still changing my string, and I'm still talking, which is why my string's not getting changed. And so anyway, I was talking to this guy, and it was very, very interesting. And I mean, obviously in America, it's all fine, legalized. You know, it was funny. I was talking to a buddy of mine who was tour managing for a band, and Willie Nelson's tour manager phoned him up and said, "Where are you? You boys are leaving Texas, right?" And he said, "Yeah, we're just about." we've just come through the border. He said, how's the police force? Because Willie Nelson only ever gets arrested in Texas, right? They know his tour scheduler, and they're waiting for him. And he said, yeah, they're waiting. They're there. And there was about 6 squad cars waiting to arrest Willie Nelson. So lucky for the band, they pulled over in the service station before the border, and he brought out about a pound of marijuana. It was a bag like this sort of big, and gave it to the band and said, there's an early Christmas present from Willie Nelson. And see, I'm nearly done. And just inside the border, there was a guy waiting with another bag of weed ready to give Willie Nelson. So it's a well organized system he has going. I'm looking at doing it over in the UK. I think I'm going to start up a distribution plant over here for artists. But specifically targeting bands and musicians. Let me just tune my string up. I'm going to start this song because it's getting awkward now. No, I know a few safe houses. There's one down in Hive, actually. No one would ever look there. So anyway, this song's on my first record, which I can't get the string in tune. I knew it was going to be like that, you know. You know what? I'm going to come back to that song in a minute. I'm going to play my other guitar because he's obviously a bit lonely, and this one can sit in the corner for a minute, and I'll figure this one out. I've got other strings, don't worry. How did that break? It makes no sense. We'll do it on this one. What's that? I will break your strings. No, it's fine. I'll tell you what, Will. Do you want to just? Can we give a massive round of applause also to Will for opening this evening? He's also now my guitar tech. Is that all right, mate? I've got strings in this. This set's better. Okay. Are you? Oh, well, maybe I'll leave it and I'll do it in a minute.
Yeah, do that. Do you want to borrow my car?
Maybe.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
My palms are sweaty. Just think about it.
How can you be terrible at playing stringing guitars if you're a guitarist? There's one thing I've got good at changing strings because I break a lot of strings, and so sort of practice makes perfect. But I'm going to play this guitar. I can find the old. That's what she said. What he said, should I say? Oh, it's going rapidly downhill now.
Play the song.
Now she's out of tune. That'll do. That's the right key. This is a song called Honest Man. It's out on my I'll give you guys a kick drum. Bills and the bank man says I can't pay with bills. It's not on my ass. I'm down to court today. So I'm standing like around in the honesty box. I told him the truth, but it was close enough, and the judge is just sitting there. This big old chair. There's a bed to sue is and I ain't paid a penny. Secretly hoping to kind of forgive me. Taking me down to jail at 2:30. 'Cause it takes sin is all that God holds me. Sitting there on that old stone floor, the water's dripping from the sewer pipe, and the stink of the shit and the rats keeping me down. But there's a tasty guy that she gave me the eye. Must have been the fact I said never lie. She's gonna bust me loose if I stay with her. Well, I said 90, well, it sails just fine. You're mine. Run on down to Denver and we'll get a pie. 'Cause it takes an honest man to make an honest bed. Get one can make twice a day. Yes, I take the latter, that's all. Why ain't me? Why ain't me? So damn hard to keep my nose clean till I first sin. It's all that God. They always like the smell of weed, and it looks damn cool, and the crop of seed, they ain't bad, you get what I mean. So we set up shop, and she's growing fine, 1,000 acres of the finest green. It wasn't long before the Lord kept busting it in. 'Cause it takes an honest man to make an honest bed. One can make twice a day. So guess I'll take the latter, that's okay. Why ain't me? Why ain't me? So damn hard to keep my nose clean till I first sin. It's all that God told me. And the honest man ain't gonna be. That's my kick drum. Hang on, there's 2 bolts inside it that I have to. There we go. We're good. This is my my Ryanair
Too big.
travel drum. It is the exact priority size for a Ryanair flight. And it's my mother's suitcase, and she used it for traveling to Malaysia back in the early 70s. And I was going on a plane, and I realized I needed to. They didn't have a kick drum, and I needed to take a kick drum out. So I drilled holes in her suitcase and stole it. And and now it's traveling around the world. There's a kick drum, so how long it will last, we'll see. There's a bit of duct tape already on it. I'm sure by the end of the tour, there will be a lot more duct tape on it. This song, this next song, living on the road, I'm traveling a lot, and you're always away from home, and there's always people that want us to be at home a lot more than we necessarily want to be at home. So, I wrote this a long time ago as a dream of being a touring artist. And then when you get on the road, sometimes you realize how lonely it can get. And when you're by yourself and you're traveling, or when you're with the band and you're missing the people at home. And this is a song called Just Tonight. You see the signs you can't hold it tight tonight. See the signs you can't do the one thing that's right. Right on the road, trying to find a light. But no, I won't be seeing you tonight. It's a long and winding road, and I'm gonna take it west. Riding on the way, riding like the best. She calls you up one night, it's been a cold, rainy day. Street lights on the window, like the light of day. Because I know I'm gonna see her soon. It's tough, she know it's gonna be worth it. Oh, very long. Get back on and see up all night. Bus sneaks down the highway and the band's fast asleep. Thoughts of you inside my head, but they keep my mind awake. 'Cause it's a life we live, with the thrills that we give. Keep me traveling on this lonely road. Oh, we just pulled into town. It's early Thursday morning. Stage is up, speakers hum, this place is gonna go. Well, the seats are so the crowd is full, excitement in the air. That's what keeps me traveling on this road. 'Cause I know I'm gonna see you soon enough. It's tough, but you know it's gonna be worth the road. Oh, very long. Get back home and see you for the night. 'Cause I know I'm gonna see you soon enough. It's tough, but you know it's gonna be worth the road. Oh, very long. Get back home and see you for the night. Cause I know I'm gonna see you soon enough. It's tough, but you know it's gonna be worth the road. Oh, very long. Get back home and see you for the night. Till we get back home and see you for the night. Till we get back home and see you for tonight. Yeah. So I've been told I got a hard cut off at 10:30, which for me is complicated. No, it's not really. I'll finish. I'm drinking soda water if you haven't noticed. And beer. This one tastes better. So, you know, during, well, there's been many a times in my music career that I've thought about, did you see that? I've thought about a side hustle, sort of on the side, and you know, it's been going over my mind as to what I could possibly do, and apart from starting up a marijuana plantation, I thought about bank robbery as well. Is a get-rich-quick scheme. Depends on where you do it. I mean, if you go to Sweden, as a bank robber, this would be a disastrous place, right? Sweden, they've done away with cash. There is no cash. Whereas some countries still have cash. It's getting less and less though, which is a problem for some of us. But so anyway, I have a merch desk out the front. I do prefer cash if anyone has cash on them. It's always good.
Oh, wait, do you want me to sell it?
No, you're a crook. I don't trust you. If anyone hasn't noticed, that's my sister. I also, and she didn't get in for free, okay? She paid a ticket. I made her.
In cash.
Where's Kiri? I know she brought a lot of people with her this evening. Thank you very much. Can I just say also, guys, on a serious note, thank you so much for coming out this evening. And for some of you I know, some of you I don't know. Stevie, I've never met Stevie before, but thank you, Stevie, for entrusting your reputation.
You're gorgeous, it's easy to sell.
Yeah, but so's Martin, but he's hard to sell. He's gorgeous, though.
Nobody's buying.
No one's buying. No, but honestly, I want to say a massive thank you to the Green Note and to everyone for putting the live music on, for keeping live music live. And for you guys for supporting little artists and not going to big stadiums and supporting big artists that really don't need our support. So can you give yourselves a massive round of applause for keeping live music live? And to the little local promoters that generally lose money by putting us on, but they do it out of passion, and without that we wouldn't be here. So to Martin, to you guys, to everyone else, to Chris and everyone who puts music on, thank you so much for supporting us and for entrusting us to lose you money. So on that, if any of you guys are interested in coming into bank robbery, we'll have a talk later. Is that coming through now? Can I get a little bit more in the monitor, please? Maybe I'm going deaf. I'm not sure if it's. Stole a boat, parking lot. Sailed it out, but I can't say once. Guess this life ain't much for me. It's not today. So it's a cook off on a man's porch. It went real fast, but it's not a Porsche. I drove it down West Avenue. It got me through. My life is on the run, baby, just for fun. Soon the time will come when I got to take a gun to go to work. So Alabama, Tennessee, stood there right for all to see. The man that I grew to be, at least today. I got me 18 bars of gold. I'm advancing off the old green road. It all went well until the final land. We brought old Bailey to the ground. My life is on the run, live it just for fun. Soon time will come when I got to take a gun to go to work. it all, but it gave a me. Shot their dead we stormed the gates, and it was all just too late. 'Cause my life is on the road, and I live it just for fun. Oh, but soon time will come when I got to take a gun to go to work. Thank you. You never saw that one.
Okay, Will, can I borrow your guitar?
Second.
I will break strings.
Just a little one. Just a little string. This is usual. There's like 4 or 5 normally in a show when I'm playing solo.
I can never down it. Is that me?
Oh, it's a lot. No, I should have changed them. I knew it today.
You know when you say before a show sometimes you're like, I need to change strings.
I'm going to tune it.
Well, thank you, Will. No, I would change it. I want to very, very quickly just... what gauge strings have you got in here, Will? Don't say 10s. Okay. Just, can you turn it up in the monitor? I'll play quietly. I'm used to really loud stages, and it's always the G string you have issues with, isn't it? Well, I do anyway. Someone yesterday shouted out G-spot, which was a bit awkward for me in this situation. I've come to terms with it now, but at the time it was a bit surprising. That sounds good. It's probably really loud out front, isn't it? No. Maybe turn it down a little bit actually. It's quite loud. So when I went to Nashville, I recorded the last album. And we recorded the whole record analog, which is the old school term of where you record it to tape. So any of you guys that are recording, you probably know you've got computers and you can cut and edit stuff. But we went the old school way, and we recorded sort of 24 tracks, the whole band together at the same time. And I spoke with Chris Mara, the guy who was going to engineer the record. And I said to him, just give me some advice. How do we do this to make it as cheap as possible for me? Because I'm very poor and I don't have money for lots of days in the studio, so keep it simple. I said, okay, gotcha. So I had a great band lined up, drums, bass guitar and electric guitar. Simple band. And then 2 days before going into the studio, I decided that I wanted keys and Hammond on it. So we found a keys and Hammond player, which in Nashville is easy to find. They're everywhere. You can walk around a street corner, they're there, selling themselves. And so anyway, we pulled in, we pulled in Blake Shelton's pedal steel player to play keys, as you do. He was just hanging on the street corner in Nashville. And he sort of turned around and after listening to a few of the songs, he said, you know what, man, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I can play keys, but I can't play keys. He said, but I've got a very good friend, he's just got in from Japan. He's jet lagged as hell, but he's an amazing keys player. I'll give him my money and I'll come and play for free. So next thing I've got 6 guys now, which was not the plan. This is now not simple anymore. And I sort of didn't tell Chris. I just told him the day before. I said, look, we need some Hammond and some pedal steel and everything else set up, and and a mic upstairs. And then a good buddy of mine turned up on the morning with a case of beer and a case of harmonicas. And he's like, okay, I'm ready. So now we were 7. This was unrehearsed, not planned, and definitely not simple. But it's amazing sometimes when you get yourself into such a shit corner, you can fight your way out of it. And the record that came out of it was something that I was never, ever expecting to be able to produce. Which is fine if you've got a band. But then you tour solo, you realise how am I going to do that? This particular song was one of those songs. It was very. It took a long time to come up with a way that I could deliver this in the right way. But it's a song about basically. It's a song called Rat Race. It's about working your whole life, building something that you at the end have nothing to live life for. If that makes sense. It goes like this. Sleeping away to figure this whole thing out. Stress on the strain, till I turn to cane, and that consumes my life. Well, there comes a time when you look at yourself, what you've been doing it for. It's gone by, and a memory to share, staring at the same four walls. Change something to deviate on my mind, 'cause I'm getting tired of living in the rat race. Well, it's a Monday morning, coffee's gone cold, staring at the same set of problems. Bar was open, someone coming in, was bringing me a whole set of new ones. Friday rolls around, 5 o'clock, and everyone's out for the weekend. I'll be here till the morning hours, and I'll be here Saturday, Sunday. Change something to deviate on my mind, 'cause I'm getting tired of living in the rat race. Everyone's back talking about the things they got up to. Come on, see. You guys can clap the time. This is awesome. Last time was terrible. They couldn't get it. There was one in the crowd that couldn't anyway. What's the money again? Everyone's back talking about the things they got up to. Some went fishing, a couple went to Paris, most hung out with the kids. The same as I do every week. I came into work like a weekday. Saturday, Sunday is always the same, staring at the same old wall. So maybe you need a change. I'm getting tired living in this rat race. Well, cheers.
Hey!
And, you know, it feels great to be playing in a country where people understand me. Which also means that I talk probably a lot more than I usually do, so I apologise on that side of it. But thank you so much for coming out this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here. And, no, it's not yet. It's not the end. What is the time?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay, we're good. Okay, so see, I don't follow a set list. So, does anyone have any requests? Does anyone?
Trouble Girl.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah, I know.
You know, Will was telling me earlier about. We're saying earlier about he doesn't always tell about these songs. Well, this one I'm definitely not talking about because I don't know who it was written about, but it was someone. She was problematic, I think. Just tune my guitar. It'd be better than that key. It's going to sound better for the harmonica anyway. See, this is a problem with keys and music and being a musician. I'm not very up on my keys with music. I only found out a few years ago when I had one harmonica and I couldn't figure out why this didn't work with every song. It's only Dylan songs it doesn't work with. Cruising down the interstate, loaded gun, there's fire in my soul, staring at the road at the speed of sound of night, blowing the pretty one. She's a joker, 52 country, face is high, I've only got two queens. She's a color green on spinning wheel. Got your chips on red and black and certified. She'll take it down, sail. She'll go further than you want. Maybe up the sail. She'll break the rules once in a while. She's trouble. She's trouble. Trouble girl. When the girls around, she'll break the new boys in. Since the day she'll take them in the air. You might not know it, but she'll show it. Bet your house and your family to know it. She's aces high. She'll break the rules, or she's even tried. Yeah, she'll take it down, still. She'll go further than you want. Maybe up the sail. She'll break the rules once in a while. She's trouble. Oh, she's trouble. She'll take it down, sail. She'll go further than you want. Maybe up I'm gonna play you guys a couple more songs. I want to say thank you so much for coming out this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honour to be here, and thank you so much. Can we give this man a massive round of applause for running sound? And at this precise moment, I've completely forgotten your name, which is very embarrassing of myself. Help me out. This is like a cardinal sin, yeah? I normally write it on my hand and I forgot today. Can we give Adam a massive round of applause, please, on the sound? Thanks, buddy. And obviously, if it sounds good, then come up and congratulate me later. And if it sounds terrible, it's his fault. No, I'm just joking. He's going to make it sound bad now. No, thanks so much, man. It sounds great on stage. I want to. I want to play this song because I kind of forgot to play this earlier, and this is the title of the album. And this song came about. I was in Germany. I was living with a German girl. You know, as you know, Germans are very down the line. Everything has to be done in the proper order, and I didn't either, and that's why I'm not very good at being in Germany. But you know, I was with this German girlfriend, and she was with. It's a past thing now. And I used to go out, and we used to go shopping for pretty much the same stuff every week. And I noticed how each week it just got more and more expensive, and you were buying the same stuff, and you start thinking about how everything is going up, and for what I could see, very little explanation as to why so quickly. But too many people got greedy, I think, at one point, and I lost a couple of really good friends during COVID and after to depression, and they always said it was something different, but I don't believe it. And this is a song called Hard Times. I'm going to finish on a happy one after, okay? But this is I think an important song to play this evening. I've got some vinyls, some CDs, and everything out the front. I've also recently been following a lot of OnlyFans profiles, and I realized how much you can make with used underpants. So if anyone is interested, I have only a couple of pairs because the tour is yet at the start, but there is some used underpants on the merch desk if you fancy. This is something with Hard Times. It's tough out there at the moment, you know. Life seems harder every day. So many bills, no way to pay what's there. Well, payday's coming round again. But haven't much left to spend for rent. I go out shopping every day. Bring on food to fill our plates, but still the cupboard seems so bare. But I haven't much left to spare, 'cause it gets harder every day. It's harder every day, and the boss can't help it. I can't help but stay, 'cause it gets harder every day. It's harder every day, and the boss can't help it. I can't help but stay. Brother called me yesterday, said he can't find a way to live anymore. So I got in my car and rushed to his house. Blue lights go living on like this. We can't go living on like this. We can't go living on like this. Got to find a way, 'cause it gets harder every day. It's harder every day, and the boss can't help me. I can't help but stay. It gets harder every day. It's harder every day, and the boss can't help me. I can't help but stay. It gets harder every day. It's harder every day. The boss can't help me. I can't help but stay. I can't help but stay. Thank you. I want to finish on this last song, and thank you so much for listening this evening. And you know, it makes such a difference sometimes. I mean, even across Europe, we're playing a lot of places where people aren't listening, probably because partly they don't understand, and it's the culture. But thank you so much, guys, for the support this evening, and for coming out, and for listening to some guy who's going to talk about himself for an hour and a half only tonight, actually. So you're lucky. But no, honestly, without these venues, we would have nowhere to play, and you guys would have nowhere to come and listen to real music that's just a guy and a guitar. So please keep supporting local live acts and local venues. And if you've never heard of it, I don't have to preach to a lot of you guys, because a lot of you know this, but if you've never heard of the act before, just check them out online and then buy a ticket and go and watch them. And buy a ticket in advance, because that helps so much. We actually had one show on this, one date on this tour that got pulled because we didn't sell enough tickets by the promoters. So please buy tickets in advance. It's still super important, and for everyone here, because we all then know at least that we're going to play to a full room. So thank you so much, guys, for the support, and thank you for coming out this evening, for listening. And like I said, please, if you want to, take a little piece of me home with you. I've got many pieces outside. You can.
Is your sister going to do that?
My sister's been housing me for the last month whilst I've had all my merch in her house, and she's been trying to kick it out and sell it, I think, before the tour. But you know, I started playing music. I was living in the West Country in Tavistock and Plymouth, and I started off playing cover songs. And you know, covers are super important for any artist. I think growing, you learn how to craft a song. You learn how a song is constructed, and to break a song down, and how to play it. And I mean, obviously, at the moment with the rise of tribute bands, I'm actually thinking about creating a tribute band to myself and going out as a tribute band to myself. I don't know how this is. If anyone's got any ideas for names, please hit me up with them. But no, I mean, I started playing covers in bars, and you know, you'd sort of, there would always be a football game or something on the TV, and you'd have to sort of try and contend with the football always, or the X Factor on a Saturday night. Friends wouldn't come out to a show because they were going to watch the X Factor, and it's, you know, it's just the same like 12 songs repeated each week, isn't it? And I left that scene, and Plymouth. I mean, if anyone's been to Plymouth before, has anyone been to Plymouth? Is anyone, before I start this, is anyone from Plymouth? Well, you'd know how much of a shithole Plymouth is. So.
I went to the Gangsters Factory on a school trip.
Oh, good God. They had nothing more exciting to show you guys. It's like, and you waited after being inside and seeing it? That's more impressive. So anyway, you poor girl.
Where's my harmonica? Oh, there it is.
She's happy.
Got to see Gangsters Pasties in the flesh. But anyway, so I left the scene playing covers. I moved to Portugal and I started writing songs. And writing songs was it took a while to get out and play them. But this song came out pretty early on after releasing my first EP or finishing my first EP. And this is a song called "The Name of the Game." Thank you so much for listening this evening. Please come and say hi. I've got a mailing list outside. If you do want to fill it in, please do. I'll only send you dirty messages every so often. So the rest of it will be informative information and very, very gripping stuff, maybe, eventually. But no, thank you so much for coming out this evening. Thank you for supporting live music. And I know times are tough at the minute, but please do support the grassroots. It's so important. And every single small venue needs your support at the moment. So please do go out to small gigs. And I'm going to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Will, for the guitar, and thanks so much for opening, man. It's really good to see you again. And let me give him a massive round of applause. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great night, and thank you so much. I've been bugging around, been wasting my time. Sometimes my life it goes out of line, and the only thing that's got me now is my mind. 'Cause I've been playing some songs to a room full of drones, not a single one caring. I'm hearing the moans, and it's the same old shit. How much they owe on their loans. But the spark at the back, drink down 6 pints and they'll get real-life. They try to pick a fight and it's best just to go until it gets alive. Time I'm trying to get out, search for the fame, but I won't sell out. Just give me my name, write my own check from my parade. Sing them out loud, it's the name of the game. My life is the same from night to night. Hearing about slipping by mine, and the only thing I know is how not to fight. I've been on this road for too long now, playing my guitar, shuffle cards, and where the football steals the show in every bar. Oh, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not, and sometimes I'm wet. I'm soaked to the bone, soaked to the lungs, soaked to the bone at home. So I'm trying to get out, search for the fame, my own satellite. Just give me my name, write my own check from my parade. Sing them out loud, it's the name of the game. So I'm trying to get out, search for the fame, my own satellite. Just give me my name. But the TV's killed the way we think. The talent shows with the cover shit, and every sheet sings the same damn song. And the way we laugh and the way we sing, the way no one gets up to do the wrong thing, or just turn up today, 'cause you'll be a star in the spring. But I play my own tunes, I write my own lines, I live my mistakes. I write on the highs and I remember the lows, but I won't go the rainy times. So 'Cause I'm trying to get out, search for the fame, but I won't sell out. Just give me my name, write my own tune from the parade, singing my loudest the name of the game. So I'm trying to get out, search for the fame, but I won't sell out. Just give me my name, write my own tune from the parade, singing my loudest the name of the game. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great, great night. Get home safely, and I'll see you on the road soon. I'm going to be back, and I'm going to try and bring the band next time I come back to UK. So please do follow, like, share, do whatever you can. And honestly, the best thing you guys can do is grab Facebook and Instagram and share a video, or share a picture, or share a profile or something. Really, thank you so much for coming out this evening. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great, great night. And thank you. I'm trying to get out, search for the fame, I won't sell out. Just give me my name, or write my own shirt from the parade, singing my loudest the name of the gate. So I'm trying to get out, search for the fame, I won't sell out. Just give me my name, or write my own shirt from the parade, singing my loudest the name of the gate. Thank you so much. See you guys soon. Thank you. Are we allowed one more? Are we good? More or less? Okay, I'll do a quick one. We're good for time. We're good.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Hey!
Okay, I'm going to do a medley of all my songs. No, seriously, it's about the prohibition days of America, when you were sort of smuggling alcohol, and I feel that this place would be one of those places. Like, you would come in, there would be like a barber shop in the front and in the back behind the curtain. Everyone would be drunk on whiskey. And I was in Poland a few years ago, and this sound engineer came up to me at the end of the show. He just spoke no English. I spoke no Polish. And he said to me, "Do you like whiskey?" I said, "Oh, yes. I've been drinking vodka for 10 days. I love whiskey." And he came out with this little shot glass of not whiskey. I don't know really what it was, but it was. I kind of figured out it's sort of vodka poured at the top of a hill, and it runs down a stream, and then they bottle it at the bottom, so it's sort of brown vodka. But anyway, so I bought 3 bottles of this stuff, and they were like €2.50 a bottle, so it's quality stuff. And each one comes in a different vodka bottle, so you have no idea what it is. But I later found out it's like they're during the time of the Iron Curtain, when they couldn't get across the border, or couldn't get whiskey from the western side, they tried to make it, but they obviously didn't have whiskey to make it off, so it was it didn't really work. But anyway, it's perfect. You know when you have friends over and they start going for the whiskey cabinet, and it's already time to go home like an hour ago. I bring out this stuff, and this is the best fuck off and go home ever, because they have a little shot of it, and then they're out the door, and then they don't want to come back. Which is why I probably have no friends, actually. But anyway, I wrote this song a while back, and it's a song called Lawless. Please do check out my music if you haven't got a CD player, which many of you probably don't have a CD player. I am selling CD players. They come free when you buy a CD now. It's the only way. I figured that I had like 1,000 CDs ordered before COVID, and then during the process of COVID, everyone got rid of their CD players, and now I've got 1,000 CDs at home, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So if anyone wants a CD, they're outside. Please take them off my hands. But I got some vinyl, some t-shirts if you're short on clothing and stuff like that. There's some other shit out there as well. This is a song called Lawless. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great, great night. Thank you so, so much for listening. And I'll see you soon. So yeah, if you guys can clap. There we go. That's it. I'm doing a kick of hard and keeps me out of tape. Back on my back and the saddle's back, trying to sneak on the sand. I get up high to the highest rate, go down low to the river below. Anything to get them off my back. They chase me down to Jackson and across the Daredevil Blues. While I'm trying to find my skills in town, the door runs to ride. Yeah, the price I get that today. No one ever let out a break. Everybody like to drink and sad. There's a sound of fire, steam and shining over in the mitten up and the west. There's a lot of others like me, but they all know I'm the best. I got a real good attitude, water, reds, whiskey. We all know one will never make it to that. God of me, a man, this is made up for the light. Threw me in the slam up, break me on my right. I swallowed light upon my step. Someone saved me out for this. Till that the judge in 3 days time. So I sat there behind the bar, trying to plan my getaway. Stashed the back in the back in the corner of the room. If only I could reach what's right out of here. Blow a hole right into that wall. As I'm fine, a steam and shining in the fading up and the west. A lot of others like me, but they all know I'm the best. I got a real good attitude, water, reds, whiskey. We all know won't never make it glad. Others like me, but they all know I'm the best. I got a real good attitude, water, reds, whiskey. We all know we won't never make it to that. We all know we won't never make it to that. We all know we won't never make it to that. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Thank you for the sound. Thank you so much to the guys at the Green Note. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great, great night. Get home safely. I'm going to be out on the merch desk. Come and say hi. Get some stuff, some CDs and things like this and everything else. Or just listen online. But thank you so much for the support, guys. It really means so much. And I'll see you soon. Have a great, great night. Thank you. Thank you so much.